Ladies and gentlemen, life is full of people who will hurt us, disappoint us, and sometimes even betray us. But how we respond to pain defines who we are. When someone causes you pain, the natural reaction is anger, confrontation, or even revenge. But what if I told you there's a far more powerful way to handle the situation? One that will leave them confused and questioning themselves. The first thing to remember is that silence is powerful. People expect a reaction. They thrive on seeing you upset. But when you withhold that, when you show indifference, it unsettles them. They don't know what you're thinking, and that alone gives you the upper hand. Next, prioritize your self-worth. Instead of wasting time plotting revenge or dwelling on what they did, channel that energy into your own growth. Work on your goals, build your confidence, and let your success speak louder than your words ever could. Then comes the most unexpected move: kindness. It takes true strength to respond to negativity with grace. When they expect you to lash out, surprise them by rising above. A simple smile, a polite nod, or even a calm "I wish you the best" will leave them bewildered. The greatest confusion of all: walking away with dignity. When you show that their actions didn't break you, when you move forward without hesitation, you send a message. You were never in control of my happiness. So, the next time someone hurts you, don't waste your time in bitterness. Confuse them by rising higher, by showing them that nothing they do can shake your strength. Because in the end, the best response is not a reaction, it's your transformation. Silence is power. In a world where everyone is quick to react, silence is an underestimated weapon. When someone hurts you, their expectation is almost always a reaction: anger, sadness, confrontation. They expect you to lash out, to cry, to argue, or to seek revenge. But what happens when you give them nothing? Silence is not weakness. In fact, it is the highest form of strength. It requires discipline, patience, and emotional intelligence. When you remain silent in the face of provocation, you do something profound. You shift the control from them to yourself. Suddenly, they don't know where you stand. They are left wondering, questioning, and even doubting their own actions. Your silence forces them into their own thoughts, making them analyze what they did, sometimes even feeling guilty or regretful. Imagine a situation where someone insults you or spreads rumors about you. The expected response is either confrontation or defense. But what if you do nothing? What if you continue living your life without acknowledging their negativity? It confuses them, it unsettles them, because in their mind they are not getting the emotional response they anticipated. Your lack of reaction makes them question whether their words or actions even had an impact. There's a saying: never argue with a fool, because from a distance people can't tell who is who. Engaging in unnecessary arguments, responding to negativity, or defending yourself against baseless accusations only drains your energy. Instead, silence allows you to rise above it. It makes people realize that their attempts to provoke you are ineffective. But silence isn't just about not responding outwardly. It's also about mastering your inner world. It's about training your mind not to dwell on the pain, not to let someone else's words or actions occupy space in your thoughts. When you choose silence, you choose peace. You refuse to let someone else's negativity dictate your emotions or control your day. Some of the most powerful individuals in history have understood this. They knew that reacting emotionally often leads to mistakes, but remaining silent allows one to strategize, to observe, and to respond, if necessary, at the right time and in the right way. Silence also creates mystery. When you don't react, people start filling in the blanks. They start assuming. They wonder what you are thinking. They question whether they miscalculated. Sometimes, this confusion makes them regret their actions before you even say a single word. This is the true essence of power. However, silence does not mean suppression. It does not mean bottling up your emotions and allowing them to consume you from the inside. It means choosing wisely when and how to respond. It means understanding that not every battle is worth fighting. Some battles are won simply by refusing to engage. So, when a man hurts you, whether through words, actions, or betrayal, the most powerful thing you can do is control your response. Give him nothing. No reaction, no emotional outburst, no sign that he has shaken you. Instead, focus on yourself. Use that energy to grow, to improve, to become stronger. And one day when he looks back, he will realize that his actions had no power over you, that his attempt to hurt you only made you wiser, that your silence was not surrender, it was victory. Self-worth over revenge. When someone hurts you, the instinctive response is often to seek revenge, to make them feel the same pain they inflicted on you. It's a natural human reaction. But true power lies in a different approach, valuing yourself so much that revenge becomes unnecessary. When you prioritize your self-worth, you shift the focus from them to you, and that, more than anything, confuses them. Revenge is a trap. It makes you emotionally tied to the person who hurt you. Every thought, every action becomes about them, about making them feel what you felt. But here's the truth. The more energy you invest in someone who has wronged you, the more control they have over you. They may no longer be in your life, but if they still occupy your mind, they still win. Self-worth, on the other hand, is liberation. It is the realization that you do not need to prove anything to anyone. You do not need to stoop to their level, and you do not need to waste your precious time plotting their downfall. Instead, you invest in yourself. You heal, you grow, you thrive. And nothing is more unsettling to someone who expected to break you than seeing you untouched, unbothered, and moving forward with grace. Think about it. What is more powerful, seeking revenge and becoming just like them, or rising above and proving that their actions were insignificant in the grand scheme of your life? The person who hurt you expects retaliation. They expect anger. When they don't get it, when instead they see you glowing, happy and successful, it confuses them. It makes them wonder if they ever had any real impact on you at all. Choosing self-worth over revenge doesn't mean you allow people to walk over you. It doesn't mean you don't stand up for yourself when necessary. But it does mean that you refuse to let their negativity pull you down. You refuse to let their darkness dim your light. You refuse to let their actions define your path. The greatest response to being hurt is to become someone they can never reach again. Not because you're hiding, but because you've elevated yourself so high that their actions no longer matter. It's about turning pain into power, betrayal into wisdom, and loss into an opportunity for self-discovery. So, the next time someone hurts you, ask yourself, is my energy better spent trying to bring them down, or should I use it to build myself up? When you choose yourself, you don't just win. You leave them in the past where they belong, wondering why their actions didn't break you. And that is the ultimate victory. Master your emotions. Emotions are powerful. They can build you up or tear you down. When someone hurts you, your emotions surge. Anger, sadness, frustration, even the desire for revenge. But the person who masters their emotions masters their life. And when you control your emotions in the face of pain, you don't just protect your peace. Most people expect a reaction when they hurt someone. They want to see your pain, your anger, your struggle. They feed off it. But when you remain calm, when you refuse to let them see you sweat, it unsettles them. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know if their actions had any effect at all. That confusion is your power. Controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means acknowledging them without letting them control you. It's natural to feel hurt, to feel betrayed, to feel angry. But what you do with those emotions defines your strength. Do you let them consume you, or do you channel them into something greater? Imagine being in a situation where someone insults you in front of others, hoping to provoke a reaction. The expected response is to fire back, to argue, to defend yourself. But what if, instead, you just smile and walk away? That single act of emotional control speaks volumes. It shows confidence, wisdom, and self-respect. And most importantly, it leaves them speechless. Mastering your emotions also means not letting someone else dictate your happiness. If someone's actions can ruin your entire day, they hold power over you. But when you choose to remain centered, when you decide that no one else has the right to disturb your peace, you reclaim control. You send a message: I am bigger than this moment. I am stronger than this pain. This doesn't mean you never express how you feel. It means you choose when and how to express it. It means you respond rather than react. It means you give yourself the space to process your emotions before acting on them. When you do this, you don't just protect yourself. You confuse those who thought they could manipulate you through your emotions. So, when someone tries to hurt you, remember this: the real strength isn't in fighting back with words or actions. The real strength is in knowing that your emotions belong to you and no one else has the right to control them. Keep your composure, walk with confidence, and let your silence and self-control speak louder than any words ever could. Kindness as a confusion tool. Kindness is often mistaken for weakness, but in reality, it is one of the greatest strengths a person can have, especially when faced with someone who has wronged them. When someone hurts you, they expect bitterness, anger, or retaliation. But when you respond with kindness, it shakes them, it confuses them, it makes them question everything they thought they knew about you. Most people operate on the idea of cause and effect. Hurt someone and they'll respond with anger. When that cycle is broken, it disrupts their expectations. Imagine someone insults you, spreads lies about you, or even betrays your trust. If you react with rage, they feel justified in their actions. They may even feel powerful. But if you respond with calmness, politeness, or even a simple "I wish you well," they are left unsettled. They don't know if you're unaffected, if you're stronger than they thought, or if they were never as important to you as they believed. Kindness in this context isn't about being naive or allowing people to take advantage of you. It's about choosing not to let someone else's negativity change who you are. It's about showing that you are in control of your emotions, your values, and your dignity. When you maintain grace in difficult situations, you prove that no one has the power to bring you down. There's also a psychological effect at play. Many times when people do something hurtful, deep down they expect to be met with hostility. When instead they are met with kindness, it forces them to reflect. It makes them question whether they were wrong. It might even make them feel guilty in a way that anger never could. This doesn't mean you need to be overly friendly or pretend nothing happened. It simply means you respond with maturity and composure. A calm, "I hope you find peace," is far more powerful than a heated argument. A quiet smile is more unsettling than a loud confrontation. Choosing kindness is not about them, it's about you. It's about proving that their actions cannot shake your foundation. So the next time someone tries to hurt you, take a deep breath. Instead of reacting with the negativity they expect, respond with strength, confidence, and kindness. It will leave them wondering why their actions didn't break you, and that confusion is more powerful than any revenge ever could be. Walk away with dignity. Walking away is often seen as giving up, but in reality it is the ultimate act of strength. When someone hurts you, they expect you to stay engaged, to argue, to seek closure, to demand answers. But nothing confuses a person more than when you simply walk away, without a fight, without anger, and without looking back. Why is walking away so powerful? Because it sends a clear message. You do not control me. Your actions do not define me. My life is bigger than this moment. It shows that you value yourself enough not to waste your time on people who don't deserve it. And most importantly, it proves that their attempt to hurt you failed. People often seek control through conflict. They want to pull you into their negativity, make you question yourself, or keep you emotionally invested in them. But when you remove yourself entirely, you take away their power. You leave them standing in the mess they created, while you move forward with your head held high. Walking away doesn't mean you ignore your emotions. It means you process them in a way that serves you, not in a way that fuels their ego. It means you choose peace over pointless battles. It means you prioritize your future over temporary pain. And here's the truth. Nothing haunts a person more than someone who refuses to be affected by them. When they see you thriving, living your life and refusing to dwell on what they did, it forces them to face their own actions. They no longer have control over your emotions, and that realization alone is enough to leave them confused and regretful. So when someone tries to bring you down, don't give them the satisfaction of a reaction. Don't beg for an explanation. Don't lower yourself to their level. Just walk away. With dignity, with grace, and with the quiet confidence that your best life is ahead of you.